Lana. She's getting ready. She's gonna be Miss Beautiful Promise as a model. And I think she's gonna be doing a Megan Fox look on her. So we're excited. And there's Steve, and he's looking all cool and stuff, all fit.
Sexy hair bag.
Sexy hair bag. But yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
So first I'm going to just talk about like contouring the face, because you know, basically when you're contouring, you're creating a shadow on your face, so you want those features of your face to hide, and that's why you're adding, like, you could use a dark brown eyeshadow. I use a lot of the times I use my bronzer, and even a darker foundation, you could use that, and some cream if you want to go a little dramatic and do like drag makeup. For my transformations, I use, usually, you know, you're supposed to use a shade darker than your skin tone when you contour for everyday looks. But since I do like crazy videos, it's almost a little, you know, drag look. So I go 2 shades or at least 3 shades even darker to really make my face like chiseled and my jawbones. So for Alana, I'm just gonna use like maybe a shade darker than hers to contour today. And also for the highlight, you guys can use an illuminator. I usually use a cream concealer. I love highlighting with concealer. It's for like dramatic looks like mine, it's the best one. But for everyday, you could just use like a little bit of a white eyeshadow or an illuminator just to highlight the certain areas. I'm going to show you guys exactly where to do it. I'm like, so yeah, so that's basically how I contour. And if you want to hide your double chin, you want to make your nose look taller, you want to minimize your forehead, you could just contour to do that. And just to make your cheekbones look more prominent, to really bring out your forehead. Like if you guys want Rihanna's forehead, her forehead's a little prominent, so you could just contour around the forehead, around your hairline, to really bring out your forehead and add some contouring on the center of your forehead to do that. So alright, I'm just gonna stop talking and get to work. Alright, so first I'm gonna use the contouring, and I'm gonna use this little angle brush right here. I have a lot of options right here. I think I'm gonna go with this one right here, and this one is this little, it smells amazing. It smells like chocolate from Too Faced. And I'm just gonna use my angle brush. I'm gonna let you go with this. So alright, so usually when you contour, I'm going to do her cheekbones first, but basically you would have to contour from let's get from here. Alright, so you would start your face contour from here, just from the temple, but I'm going to do her cheekbones first, so we'll just angle. So I'm just going to do her cheekbones, kind of like feeling the area where her mouth and the tip of her ears is, and I'm just gonna put my brush like this and feel her cheekbones where it is. So maybe like we could just have you like a little bit over here. So I'm just gonna feel her cheekbones right here, and then I'm just gonna brush it like that, just to make her cheekbones pop. And then you can bring it up, and usually you can just start from here, and usually you would do like that 3 angle, so right from your temple down to your cheekbones. And then also you can do it on your jawline to make your jawline look really strong. And so it's kind of like a 3, or you could call it the E shape. So this is like how you would normally contour your face. From this side, just a little bit more on the cheekbones. We really want those cheekbones to really pop. You could just buff that, just make it blend as well as possible, so you don't have harsh lines. And so let me go to the other side of your face. It's a little hard. Okay, so I'm just doing the same thing over here, just feeling her cheekbones and just applying that on there. And then I'm just gonna go. This kind of gives it like that nice bronzy glow. And usually when you put foundation, your foundation makes your face look flat. So when you're taking pictures and stuff, if you want dimensions on your face, you would need to contour and highlight. So let's do there. Go back to her jawline down here. Alright, so this is just for everyday contouring. And now for her nose. Now for the nose, if you want your nose to look taller, like usually for mine, if you guys watch my videos, I'm always making my nose look really tall. So just, you know, if you want to look like a certain celebrity, and if your nose is a little flatter than the celebrity, you would have to contour like right here. Just like from the tip of your nose, just take it up and right underneath your brow bone. Just blend it right there. And for my face, like for my Asian face, I usually like to have like a deep socket when I do Caucasian celebrities. So I usually add a little, just gonna do a light contour. Just from the tip. And all of the celebrities, they have different shapes of nose. So a lot of the times I get a lot of my commenters, they say like, you're doing the same thing in each videos, but how do you end up looking like a different person? So it's usually little tiny things that you have to pay attention to, because it's very similar how you highlight and contour with most faces, but there are little things that you have to really keep your eyes out for. Like Adriana Lima, her nose is a little bit, she has that shape where it's a little bit wider than mine. So when I contour for her, and Angelina Jolie has like the straightest nose, so I would just do a straight line. For Adriana Lima, I had to go a little bit like further. So it's just little tiny things like that that you would really have to keep your eyes open for and pay attention to tiny details when you're trying to look like your favorite celebrity. And sometimes, you know, like contouring is, you just have to practice a lot, because at first when I started contouring, I was terrible at it. Like I would contour my face and I had like dark lines on my nose. So everywhere I went, my family members, my friends, they would come and try to wipe it off my nose. They're like, what's that line on your nose? I'm like, no, it's nothing. So it's kind of embarrassing, but it was actually me contouring. So if you guys aren't good with contouring, don't give up hope, because it just takes a lot of practice, a lot of blending, having the right brushes. And also sometimes if your contour comes out a little bit harsh, you can always use a foundation and just go back and just brush that and soften it up to make it look as natural as possible. So you could just go over, I would suggest going over one more time with the foundation on top of your contour to really make it look natural as possible. Just start from the front of her face, and then I'm just going to brush it back. Yeah, I think she could really pull off Megan Fox. If I had like an hour or something, I would have probably done an actual transformation on her. So now we're going to talk about highlights. So for the highlights, when I do like the transformations, I usually use the concealer, because the concealer just looks like, you know, just stands out. So for her, I'm just going to use, for the everyday, I'm just going to use this little illuminator right here. It's very shimmery. And for contouring, you don't want to use anything shimmery. You want to stick with matte brown eyeshadow, because if you use shimmer, it might look like a little patch of shimmer on your face, and you do not want that. So I'm going to take the illuminator, this really pretty white eyeshadow, or just eyeshadow or illuminator. I like using eyeshadows too once in a while. And normally with concealer, I would just start, for the concealer, I would start from center of her forehead down to her nose to really make her nose look even taller. And then right here you would have to start, I'm just going to show it to you guys right here, and then you would just have to apply the highlight like this, and then just brush it up right here to your high brow bone. So this is where you contoured right here, and you would contour right up, you would highlight right above your contour. So just brush a little bit of that highlight illuminator right up there, and you usually would have to highlight from below your pupil, your eyes, right there, so you don't go too much in the front. It looks a little weird sometimes. So just tiny little details like that. So start from the center of your eyes and then just brush it up. You can really see it when on the side, when you do like the side. When you look in the side profile, that's when you can really see that highlight. So just up to your eyes. So yeah, and then with the concealer you can highlight above the cupid's bow, on the chin, and also if you want your face, let's say if Elena wants her face to look a little bit wider and more square, she could actually add concealer on those areas and make her face look more square. So you could kind of shape, you know, shape your face however you want. A lot of the people are it's really common to have that V shape right now. Everyone wants that V shape, especially the Asian countries. So if you guys do want that V shape and you don't have that V shape face, you can always contour. You kind of already have a V shape, but I'm still gonna show it on you guys. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of contour. This one's a bit darker, and you would just have to contour right at the edge. If you guys have seen my Zelda princess look and a lot of those anime character looks that I do, I always have to make my face into a V shape, and mine's like more square. So I would always contour like right here on the edge to make it as sharp as possible, and then I would just highlight like right on the end of my chin to really create that V shape right there. So yeah, you can really do a lot of things with contouring and highlighting. So yeah, I think that's basically it. Do you guys have any questions? Anyone?